And surprisingly enough, nobody responded to the poll I put up, so I'm just gonna keep going with this setup. Even though it makes the game go slower, I just feel like it makes it more interesting, because I feel like it's kind of boring if I don't have my own voice up. Wait, what team was this back in the day? Back in the good old days? Swift. Right, he can learn it, but I'd rather have Body Slam. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So, I could go on Cycling Road, but I'm not doing that yet. First, I'm going to go on the Silencer Bridge, because that's the fun way to do things. And, yeah, we're just going to head on down, bro. Here's a unicorn. I didn't mean to do that. I always misclick and use flamethrower against water types. I never misclick on anything else. Ever. Of course it missed. Wow, this thing is level 22. It's about to evolve. It doesn't even have a water gun. That's kind of ridiculous. I'm not even afraid to admit that. I didn't mean to do that either. And I always thought that submission was like a decent fighting type move, but not that great. And I was looking at Machamp's level up moveset. I'm like, wow, this is the best move it gets. That's very sad, but it's a pretty good move. Charlie is making good use of it. I mean, why wouldn't he? He's freaking Charlie, yo. Charlie is awesome. Gosh, I wish I could. I might not even have a Minish Cap segment up today, because I'm probably not going to have much more time, like privacy, here to record, because I kind of just record in the middle of my house, in my old room, which used to be my only room, but now I have a different room since my brother moved out, and it's more private, and I have a computer in there, but it just, hold on, let me go back and heal. So what was I saying? I have another computer, but it's really slow, and it's not entirely functional. I mean, it's, not only is it slow, but my headphones won't work with it. And it's not just my headphones either. I've tried to hook up, 3 pairs of headphones and, a thing of speakers, and just speakers, not a thing of speakers. And I've tried to hook up all these different sound systems, and none of them work. None of them are compatible with the computer, or there's something wrong with it, or something like that, so. And the keyboard isn't working either, but it might. It might just be because, we hooked it in after we turned it on, or something like that. That's something my brother was telling me when I asked him. A different brother. That's because I have 3. I have 3 of them, and 2 of them have moved out. And I'm the youngest by 7 years. Because I have 3 brothers and a sister, and they're all 21. Well, they all are 21 actually, and I am 14. If you did not know I am 14, I feel some very, very deep remorse for you. I mourn for you. Yeah, so now we'll never have a need for awakenings again, and pretty soon we'll never have a need for any other status healing items, because we will be getting full heals. And now, rather than catching a Snorlax like we probably should, I am going to prove that Charlie is the strongest Pokemon in existence. Well, I can't do that until, let's not make any guarantees here. Oh, come on. Am I going to die now? If I do, I will be very greatly upset. Okay, good. I was kind of close, though. So I'm going to have to heal up. So anyway, now we're going to head down the bridge with the Silencer Bridge, I will call it, because if someone dies on this bridge, if someone gets shot on this bridge, no one will know it. And they will have nothing to show for it. I don't know what I'm saying. So yeah, Charlie has his... What the heck? What the heck is this? At least it's not using Sharpen. Turning into a... It's a cube. If you haven't seen that picture, you should. Fire Red Omega playthrough, he's like, God, why do these electrodes keep using Sharpen? I wonder what that would look like, and then he just made a picture. And Magikarp has a terrible sprite in this game, but it deserves it. No, it doesn't. I've seen people beat Magikarp, like beat the champion with Magikarp. I know now not to screw with them. They're very powerful. They can be very powerful. I also saw a video of somebody beating an entire, like, competitively beating an entire team with Magikarp, and it was funny too because it was hacked. It was like they hacked it so it would have Wonder Guard and crap. Now that's just for money. Not that I need money because I have not as much as I thought, but that's still a fair amount. That's still a pretty big amount of money. I would like to have 78,000, like whatever I had. That would be very nice. I would go buy a house and then live in it for eternity. In the first generation, moves were like you just went with your gut when you were picking moves. Like they didn't really explain them. They're just like, it wants to learn this move and it has like this power. I mean, no, it didn't. I mean, like it has this name. You know nothing else about it. You don't even know its type until you won't even know its type until after you've already like taught it. So if a move has a miss, I want to show off the glitch real quick. So saving, you reset the game and speed through this. You continue. There's a tree under you. I just had to show that off. I don't know why. It was really stupid, but I did. I don't know how those trees can grow back so quick anyway. It's just like, oh, we're just gonna grow. Oh, you cut us down. Well, we're big again. Yeah, nothing can stop us. We are genuinely dangerous, yo. Killing unicorns. Satanic unicorns. Did anybody else notice that? Charlie gained 666 experience points. Did anybody else notice that? That's... Ugh. I just hope that never happens again. Do I have, like, super potions to heal myself? Well, okay, good. And then we will get hyper potions in future. I think they sell them there. Don't quote me, I've been known to be wrong. And surprisingly enough, I still have no votes on what to evolve Eevee into, so I'm just going to evolve it in... I don't know what I'll evolve it into. If I do get votes, I will, but otherwise I will probably not evolve it. I've used all of its first generation forms. Well, I haven't beaten the game with all of its forms. Let me think. I used Flareon and Heart Gold. It wasn't that good. I wish I'd used Arcanine instead. I thought it was equally crappy, and I just wanted to use Flareon because evolutions are weird and stuff. And then that's the only one I've completed the game with. I used Vaporeon in XD, but then my memory card got screwed up, and I had to get a new one, and all my files on all of my GameCube games, like, not that many actually, like 4. I only have a few GameCube games now. My brother had like 9, and I would just play them all the time. And I used Vaporeon in XD, and I got to sit at Argyle. And I am currently using Jolteon in Leaf Green, and I'm in the Victory Road right now. And it was the replacement for Mr. Mime, which I ditched when I realized. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Why do I have a Mr. Mime when I'm going to be getting a Jinx, which is part Psychic? And my team in Leaf Green was just like, I got Charmander, used it, and it alone until after beating the first gym, which I couldn't do until I had evolved him. And then I'll get to Mount Moon. And then hold on, I gotta cut this out. I get to Mount Moon and I catch a Paris. And I get the Paris, And then I decide later on I want a third team member, and I didn't even think that it would be. I didn't even think about Jinx being psychic type, so I was like, okay, I'll just get the Mr. Mime. It'll be cool, right? Teach it Shockwave and Magical Leaf. No, I learned Magical Leaf naturally, but I did teach it Shockwave. And then I get to Celadon City, and I'm like, wait a minute. This thing... Crap, I'm going to have to go heal after this. I was like, wait a minute. Jinx is part psychic too. So I'm going to have to... I'm going to ditch this thing. So I'll be right back. So anyway, I ditch it when I get to Celadon for Jolteon. And yeah, I've already taught the Mr. Mime Shockwave, and this Jolteon is like level 25, so it's too high level to learn even a crappy electric move in Thundershock. So what do? I grind money for like 45 minutes, or not. No, I don't grind money. I just fight trainers and invest 90% of my money into buying the Thunderbolt TM. I'm probably not doing that again unless I get a huge surplus of money, in which I will do it for Jinx to get Ice Beam. And so, but that's not all. After I get to Fuchsia City, I'm like, okay, so I can get the Super Rod. That will help me catch a Poliwhirl to trade for the Jinx. I can get a Rhyhorn, which I want to use. And I can get, I'm trying to think of what my last team member was. Oh, that was all of them, never mind. So yeah, I basically got 4 team members within like 45 minutes of gameplay. No, it wasn't Celadon City that I realized that I remembered that I'm using a psychic type, a pure psychic type, even though Jinx is pure psychic. It was like after I did, no, it wasn't after I did Pokemon Tower, but it was after I did the Celadon City crap. I mean, the rocket stuff. And so I challenged Erica with a full team of 6, even though if I'd challenged her when I was supposed to, I would have had a team of 2. How ridiculous. And Kingler and Parasect suck. All Parasect has going for it is Spore, which is like the best move in the game. It's ridiculously good because it's a sleep move with 100% accuracy. And it's just genuinely good, but it learns one bug move. Oh, it's got like a special jingle for the PP-up. I did not know that. Oh, almost raised submission. Flamethrower needs it a lot more. And so, yeah. It learns one bug move, Leech Life, which, believe it or not, my level, like, 51 Parasect still has. It had the same... I didn't even click outside the window, I just accidentally hit a key, and I didn't mean to do that either. And of course I get 20 points, 20 HP of recoil. Why wouldn't I? Life. So... yeah, there's a lot I could say about my teams, because I've kind of just been doing Pokemon marathons. Beat Soul Silver yesterday. Lance was slightly less frustrating than he was in Heart Gold. Yes, I did pick up both versions just because... I picked up Soul Silver recently just because I really wanted to play through the game again, but I wanted to keep my file on Heart Gold to have a completed file. And... in Heart Gold, my strategy was to, like, it was so ridiculous. I think I won on, like, my second try, even though it was really close. And I never got to, like, it wasn't, like, my second try, I think it was, like, my 8th try, but I never got past, I never reset past, like, his second Pokemon, so my main strategy was just, okay, you have to paralyze. Lead with Magnezone, paralyze his Gyarados, even though it has a 2-hit KO on me, and even though it can 2-hit KO Magnezone, what I have to do is Thunder Wave it and then like Swagger it, because I got rid of Supersonic for Swagger for the better accuracy. And if it doesn't hit itself, if it kills me and doesn't hit itself, or like succumb to paralysis, reset. That was the main luck-based part. The rest was just send out Crobat against his Dragonites and then confuse them and badly poison them with Poison Fang. And always have a backup Pokemon to, just in case it dies. It was the most ridiculous strategy ever. I didn't have trouble with the battle, but it took me like 45 minutes. My strategy in Soul Silver was just like, well, my original strategy was send out Ninetales. Gotta go. So anyway, my original strategy in Soul Silver was to send out Ninetales, use Nasty Plot, like, get a Nasty Plot sweep up, and then sweep his entire team, but Ninetales got KO'd, so then I just ended up putting things to sleep and then killing them with Dragonair. So, and then the best part, even though everything was a one-hit KO on Dragonair with their Dragon Rushes, the best part of the whole thing, I may as well go ahead and switch these back, the best part of the whole thing was that Dragonair got to deal the finishing blow to the level 50 Dragonite. I used, well, that was unexpected. I won on my second try, I think. Anyway, I sent out Marlboro, the Weezing, and used Explosion, and then it was like in red health, and I sent out Dragonair and used Extreme Speed and won the entire planet. Okay, we're just gonna fight these last two guys and call it quits. Okay, I'm getting kind of impatient. I'm just gonna go ahead and fight them like this. This is basically how I do things off screen, in case you were wondering. Just hold down spacebar and ram through everything. This looks suspicious, but it's not. That's not good. Yeah, I have unlimited time limits, but an unlimited time limit, I mean, but I don't want to have half-hour segments. I just don't. Sorry if you don't like that, but I just don't want to have half-hour segments. It'll take too long to record, save, and just all that phenomena. I originally wanted to make it to Fuchsia, but this is the longest route in the game, I think. It certainly feels like it. So anyway, see you guys next time. Stay tuned for more, and there might not be Minish Cap today.